Hey folks, back with another video. Let's dive into what stories got my attention today. French President Emmanuel Macron has told the Lebanese leaders that they have 2 months to enact the internationally approved reforms. The time, I believe that this time period would allow the new government to form and take control and somewhat build a trust before they can implement the reforms. Now, President Macron also made it clear that if the Lebanese government does not implement reform within the time frame, then the international aid would not come, and then the Lebanese leadership would be held responsible. President Macron did not rule out sanctions if the Lebanese government did not enact reforms after the 2 month period. Now, I think that President Macron has made his intentions clear and he is using everything within his power to get Lebanon to reform. As I've said in previous videos, that Lebanon definitely needs reform. And I think the Lebanese people should also be involved in the process. I understand that certain reforms may require longer time for it to be accepted and implemented without too much backlash from the people. I wish Lebanon all the luck. Moving on, European Union's top diplomat Josep Borrell visited Libya for the first time. Borrell is in Libya to promote the Berlin process amongst the Libyan factions. Borrell met with chairman of the government of the National Accord, Faiz Siraj, in Tripoli, and also met Aguila Saleh in Quba from eastern Libya, who is the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Borrell reiterated the European Union's support for an inclusive Libyan led and Libyan owned political resolution of the conflict. Hopefully, Borrell can convince the Libyan leadership and the Libyan people in order to agree upon the peace process. Moving on, trial begins of 14 suspects over Charlie Hebdo and the Jewish supermarket assault in Paris, France. In my opinion, I want the judge to punish the perpetrators with the maximum penalty that is allowed in the law for those who are responsible for these heinous crimes that were committed in 2015. Now, of course, I also want them to be given their fair trial so we can also establish that no matter how heinous someone's acts are, they will still be eligible for the fair process. And this should in no way be something that anyone should disagree with. I think that whoever the judge is can set a precedent that in France that every criminal is going to be punished, and that this case would reaffirm that the Western idea of law and order. I want the judge to be as firmly strong against this case. I'm not against this case, but more like firmly for the process and punish the perpetrators to the max. However, I think in the coming days there's going to be more news that's going to come through, and I will definitely keep an eye on this news. Moving on, Qatar's ruler Amir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani met with Jared Kushner, who is President Donald Trump's son in law and senior advisor. Now, Kushner has probably gone to Qatar to promote the Israeli UAE peace deal and maybe trying to cajole the emir to sign a deal with Israel. Now, Sheikh Tamim made it clear that his country supports the two-state solution. I think Kushner has a tough job since many Muslim countries support two-state solutions in the Israel-Palestine conflict. Hopefully, Jared Kushner can find an opening and get more countries in the Middle East to make a deal that can start the process of direct dialogue between Israel and other Muslim countries, and hopefully a long-lasting peace in the region. And finally, the Iran nuclear deal parties are set to meet in Vienna, Austria, as US continues its maximum pressure campaign on Iran. While the remaining countries blocked US's snapback sanctions last month, there are growing worries as Iran has been ramping up its nuclear program. Now, according to the International Atomic Energy Agency, Iran's current stockpile of enriched uranium is almost 8 times the limit fixed by the deal. However, one must note that this is far below the nuclear weapons grade. Hopefully, in the coming weeks and months, that the whole Iran issue can be addressed and that the US can find a way either to go back to the deal or maybe make a better deal. That's it for this video. If you like the video, then hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for future updates. Write in the comments your thoughts, criticisms, and any information I might have missed. I will see you in the next video.